College game day arrives in Pullman.
And the U of I Health and the new technologies make their way to campus.
And the U of I Health Fair helps you stay healthy. Murrow News 8 starts now.
From Studio B on the campus of Washington State University, this is Pullman's only nightly newscast. This is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Patrick Gerardis.
And I'm Abby Tudor. Welcome to Murrow News 8, Pullman's only nightly newscast.
The college game day buses arrived in Pullman this afternoon. Countless WSU fans greeted the trucks all along the route from Spokane to Pullman, waving Cougar flags on the overpasses. Tons of fans also gathered in front of the statue on both sides of the street to greet the ESPN college game day buses. The buses made stops at the Pullman City Line, the south entrance to WSU, and most importantly, by the Cougar Pride statue in front of Martin Stadium. The excitement from fans filled the air for hours before the buses arrived and peaked once they finally showed. Students and staff off campus have the opportunity to learn about new technologies to advance the classroom, and Aishanae Taylor went to the event to see what they had to offer. Aishanae?
Academic outreach and innovation cooked up new technologies and brought them to WSU, and the Technology Test Kitchen event showed them off. Academic outreach and innovation holds events at WSU to debut and allow people to test cutting-edge technologies.
We wanted to provide a place that faculty could come and just explore them in a safe way, kind of come play with them like in a sandbox, as opposed to the first time I use this technology, it's in front of my lecture class of 300 students. So that's really what the Test Kitchen is about.
Virtual reality goes beyond gaming. The Test Kitchen had a full setup with a headset like this one that staff members or students could implement into their classrooms. The event also covered 3D image scanning and printing strategies.
You know, a lot of instructors are obviously not necessarily face-to-face, but they do have online instructions. So you can take an existing object, for instance, we did a lot of skulls and things like that for an anthropology instructor. We digitized all those to make them available for online students.
Immersive educational technologies really have a benefit to the learning outcome, regardless if it's 3D or animated whiteboard or whatever it is. Some way to kind of convey that textbook or that message beyond just reading it in a textbook really has been found to be pretty positive to the learning outcome.
You can look forward to another Test Kitchen October 24th, where students can join the conversation and collaborate on technological ideas.
The ASWSU Environmental Sustainability Alliance plans to make new revisions to recycling around Pullman. They plan to provide curbside composting as an option for WSU Greek chapter houses. The Alliance wants to run a pilot program with WSU Waste Management and Pullman Disposal Service to implement a compost yard in Whitman County to service the entire area. In conjunction with the Alliance, WSU's 3D Printing Club will work to implement a machine that grinds different plastics. WSU Waste Management said they also plan to implement new recycling labels. We can still see the effects of the drought of 1876, now known as the worst drought in history. According to WSU researcher Deepti Singh, we could see several more of these types of major events called El Niño events due to climate change. Singh's hopes to continue to study this theme in order to better prepare for them. A fellowship from Columbia University supported her research, and Singh says she enjoyed the experience, but the research leaves them uneasy for the future.
Wonder how you can stay healthy this fall? Dax McCoy will tell you what he learned at the University of Idaho Health Fair.
And a new addition for kids at the East City Park in Moscow. Stay tuned.
Wake the sun, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
Ready to get your wellness on? The University of Idaho's Health and Rec Fair gave visitors many different methods to encourage healthy decisions. Dax McCoy joins us from the fair with an inside look. Dax.
The Health and Rec Fair has several activities going on inside and out. While a home run derby goes on outside, food and vendors wait inside beyond these doors behind me. This year's theme, Get Your Wellness in Gear. With over 50 vendors and organizations taking part in this year's fair, the goal remains the same.
So we try to make it an event where it's just a normal part of everyday life to be talking about our health and to have these conversations.
But the fair features more than just people to talk with about their health. Many stands have interactive functions which make learning more fun. A stand brandished alcohol, another showed the effects of excessive sugar intake, and others had healthy food options. But the #1 voted stand from last year explained misconceptions about their organization and how to educate people on sexual health.
Like, we have really bad sex education in Idaho, and it kind of helps supplement that a little bit, so it really is like a critical part of our community here, and especially for students, it's something that's just really important for us.
After touring the many different vendors and collecting stamps, students could get flu shots from the main gym, and other visitors could register for prizes and get some grub from the auxiliary gym. Several vendors have received new clients, meaning that spreading the word about health and wellness doesn't always have to take on a dull approach. In Moscow, Dax McCoy, Murrow News 8.
Last week, Moscow's East City Park received a new addition, making it more inclusive for everyone. Murrow News 8 reporter Jasmine Durachi tells us how this new addition came about and why it's so special to the community.
Most people can experience everything a park has to offer without thinking twice about it. But not everyone gets to know what that freeing sensation feels like. Last week, Moscow High School's Buddy Club made a step to help fix that. The Buddy Club aims to create an atmosphere of inclusion while focusing on integrating students with disabilities into the school environment.
Starting kids young, getting involved with meeting new people and kind of learning about students with disabilities and what they're capable of and like all the differences between people and how beautiful it is. I think that is just really important.
Last year, the club proposed the installation of the very first ice wing to Moscow's Parks and Recreation Department. The ice wing holds up to 2,000 pounds and allows anyone in a wheelchair to swing themselves independently. Once the city approved, the Buddy Club then raised and contributed $5,000 to the project, $2,000 more than its original goal.
After making a very long journey all the way from Switzerland, the ice swing now stands proudly in the middle of East City Park in Moscow, Idaho.
And on Thursday, members of the club finally saw all their hard work and dedication pay off with the ice wing's grand opening.
3, 2, 1.
When I was younger, I'd go on a swing, be lifted on a swing and be helped. I couldn't even swing because I'm paralyzed from the waist down.
But to many, it means more than just a swing.
I really appreciate the people involved.
Reporting from Moscow, Idaho, Jasmine Durachi, Murrow News 8.
So with the leaves changing colors, it makes for some amazing beauty on the Palouse.
Absolutely. When we come back, Aishanae Taylor tells us what we can expect for weather this week.
Mom, can we get some ice cream? Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Dad's home.
Yeah.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
We've really seen a lot of sunshine today.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's going to stay around for college game day. Shanae, will you give us the details?
Yes, as you guys probably noticed, everyone showed up for ESPN's game day, showing up on campus today. It was the perfect time because the sun was shining. Right now it's about 50 degrees, but we had a high of 65, and it felt a little bit warmer with those clear skies. Humidity around 60% and dew point low, but the wind, there wasn't that much. So just a nice clear day. Same for statewide. In Spokane, it was 66. Same for Wenatchee, it was still in the 60s. Yakima got all the way up to 68. Brilliant sunshine. You can see the same thing on the west side as well, even higher. My hometown, Seattle, all the way up to 71. Olympia, 70. And Vancouver, 74. I thought it was fall, but maybe it's still summertime because it's just sun shining across the board. For tomorrow, we're going to have 62 in the morning, 65 in the afternoon, and a clear night. And it's pretty mild temperatures. I mean, for me, I was born in the winter, so I feel like I'm not meant for the sunshine. But if you love the sunshine, we're going to see more through our weekday. High of 68 on Friday. For Cougar football Saturday, we'll have a high of 70 degrees. If you plan on being out there super early to make your mark on TV, it might just be a nice day. Sunday, still pretty high in the temperatures. Monday, we're still up there in 68, and then it starts to cool down a little bit more on Tuesday. So overall, the weather is pretty good, but back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Shanae. Good to know. We should see some nice weather for game day.
Saturday will be a very exciting day for the Palouse. Up next, how the Wheelie King plans to set a new world record.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft. To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course.
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
No more pencils, no more books,
no more teachers, dirty looks.
School's out for summer. What this place needed was better graduation rates. So we worked with schools like Henry Ford High, and now they're up 18%.
To help us do more good this year, go to unitedway.org, because great things happen when we live united.
A 49-year-old makes his second trip across America on just one wheel. Kurt Osborne plans to set a new record of riding the 2,900 miles in 45 days. His first trip, back in 1999, took 74 days, landing him a spot in the Guinness Book of World Records. He uses a square plexiglass trailer with no bottom to cover the bike and protect himself from wind and rain. Osborne hopes to inspire young people to put down the phone and start making fitness a priority. Thank you for watching tonight. Join us every weeknight at 7 and 10 for Pullman's only nightly newscast.
Have a great evening, and don't forget to follow Murrow News 8 on Facebook and Twitter.
Good night, Pullman.
How about that? Happy Thomas.